Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2018 Jeep Wrangler that we have for sale. This is a Sahara Unlimited model. It's a clean carfax vehicle. We recently took it on trade. Some of our nicest vehicles coming in trade. And this Wrangler is no exception. And like most Wranglers, people like to modify them and personalize them. So this has a lot of aftermarket goodies on it, which I'll talk about when we move towards the outside. 2018 is a great year for the Jeep Wrangler because it got a complete ground-up redesign, improved in a lot of ways. This has that fantastic 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. I think it pumps out about 280 horsepower, plenty of power for a vehicle like this. But for 2018, you had a 6-speed manual standard, but now it has an optional 8-speed automatic transmission, what this one has. I think previously it was a 6-speed automatic, so with the automatic you get 2 extra gears, so that helps improve performance and fuel efficiency, and you have a very upscale interior. I used to work at Jeep. I love Jeeps. I've owned a Cherokee myself, but I worked at Jeep in the early 2000s. Back then the Wranglers were a lot more utilitarian. They were great off-road, but they were not very refined on-road. I remember driving one on the highway on I-90, delivering it to a customer, and I was just shocked at how much road noise was in the Wrangler. I had a hardtop, but you know, driving them around the lot, it felt peppy and quiet enough, but when you drove that on the highway, it kind of ran out of steam and it was very loud. With the new Wranglers, it's a complete different, it's almost like a luxury SUV compared to the old Wranglers. And as good as they were off-road, a lot of people usually don't take these things off-roading. They don't take them rock crawling, usually on some beat up dirt or gravel roads, or maybe over the winter passes of ski slopes. But if you do go off-road, it's still one of the best out-of-the-box off-road vehicles. And this one is very nicely equipped with features. This is a Sahara trim level, which is kind of like more of the luxury trim level for the Wrangler. You get a nice body colored matching top, as well as a lot of other standard equipment with the Sahara package. These weren't cheap too. Original MSRP was $53,025. It has the optional Uconnect sound system. That was a $1395 option. The 8-speed automatic transmission was a $1595 option, and that gives you a Dana M200 rear axle, hill descent control, and tip start. The body colored Freedom hard top was a $900 option. Remote start system $395. So those are some of the big ticket features, and of course we can print you up a copy of this or email it to you. This one has 25,630 miles. Nice leather up steering wheel, feels wonderful in your hands. Steering wheel radio controls. Nice color LCD screen right in the middle of the gauge cluster, so you can kind of configure it, pick and choose the information you want to show up there. Then we have a nice big infotainment screen here. Lots of apps. You've got navigation. You can operate the climate control system. Power windows, which you didn't have on those early Wranglers. Dual zone auto climate control. You have a nice automatic dimming mirror. It also has telematics, so you have an SOS button. Top's easily removable. You can remove it in sections. Like if you just want to take these parts off, you can do that and kind of have like a big sunroof while leaving the hardtop on. Alright, now talking about the extras. One of the extras that they added were these nice retractable running boards. And I can tell you, even me, 6'2", it's a big step into this thing, so this makes it a lot more easier to get in and out. And if you're going to have little kids, you're definitely going to want those. And then look at these huge wheel and tire package. The tires, I think, are almost brand new. Plenty of tread on them. The wheels are in beautiful shape. For other accessories, we have a Weston custom front bumper. We have a winch, Pia fog lights. I don't know if those are aftermarket or factory. It looks like it's got HID headlights on it. And then the controls to operate the winch. I believe, yep, they're in the center console right here, so it's long enough that you can plug it in, you can operate it from the driver's seat if you need to have assistance getting up a steep grade or something like that. And then We have the Weston customer bumper. Then you have a matching tire right on the back, wheel and tire on the back. And the thing about these accessories is a lot of people like to personalize their Jeeps, but it's not cheap. And I can tell you, trading something in like this, for the money that you spent on these upgrades, you're really gonna get pennies in the dollars. We don't really give people that much more money for all these accessories because it really doesn't improve the book values. When you book out a car, there's really no place to check in the boxes on stuff like this and that. Then, you know, the banks, that's what they base financing off of, is a book sheet. So for the most part, when you trade a vehicle in this, you're gonna get pennies in the dollar for all these accessories, which kind of sucks for the person who traded in. But the good thing for you, the person who's maybe thinking about buying this Jeep, is that you're only gonna pay maybe a little bit more for this Jeep versus a stock one with all these accessories. So if these are the type of customizations that you'd like to do to your Jeep, a lot of times it's better just to buy one where it's done already. If you think they did a good job, they did it to your taste, versus you paying the money to do it yourself piece by piece. And the great thing about this Wrangler with 4 doors is it makes it a lot more practical vehicle. I'm 6'2". I don't have a ton of leg room back here because it is still kind of a compact vehicle, but definitely a lot better than sitting in the rear seats of a short wheelbase Wrangler, especially an earlier generation. And that's something also to take in consideration. So for 2018, when they did a ground up redesign on the Wrangler, for I think a year or two, they sold the old body style Wrangler along next to it. So this is the JL series of the Wrangler, not to be confused with the JK series, which was the previous generation of the Wrangler. So I think for a year or two, Jeep sold them side by side. The JK was probably more of the budget minded one. Probably they kept those for like the rental car companies and stuff like that. But the JL Wrangler is the one that's completely redesigned, has all the new features, that new 8-speed automatic transmission. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully we see you soon, and have a wonderful day.